In this video, we're going to talk about how to develop your interest in learning English as a skill, as a tool of communication, rather than just as a subject, right? And I think this video is going to be very useful, not just for students, but also teachers and parents who want to teach their kids or children how to speak English or even write. So let's get into it. Firstly, I think one big problem that has been there for a long time, we always think of language as a subject, which inherently this idea came from schools, right? Children in school, teachers usually instruct them to just memorize as much as possible because that's what gets maximum marks. But when you get into the practical life and when you have to utilize skills, right, to display and provide value through your capabilities, that's when we realize the importance of learning English as a skill, as a medium to communicate and express. So I think this boring idea that language is very difficult to learn because it's a boring process, it's not very true, right? Learning language is one of the most rewarding things that you can do, right? Not just in other ways, but emotionally it can give you so much confidence in your ability to learn, to grow, to improve. All right, so now let's get to the question. This is some basic introduction to what has been the problem. Now, how to develop interest? See, the only thing, nothing in this world is boring. Everything is interesting, but it depends on whether you understand it or not. If you can understand it and you know how to use it, when to use it, and where it can be useful in your life and help you achieve your goals, it automatically becomes interesting, right? So rather than focusing or forcing yourself to feel like it, don't do that. Focus and understand why you're learning it at the first place. Make it very clear, write it down. The purpose, your goal, why you're doing it, that should be absolutely clear. There should not be any sort of confusion in this one point. All right, so as soon as you do that, when you know why you're learning English and how it can help you, why is it so important, why everyone's trying to learn it, how can it help you, basically that's the main thing. You will automatically feel interested. It would become exciting automatically, right? Because now you know why you're doing it and why you should do it. All right, so this is basically a very in simple words, that is how it works. Interest does not necessarily come by motivation or that's not how it works. It works basically when you know why you're doing it and how it is relevant to you, to your life and to your goals. Relevance is important, right? Relevance means how it is relatable, right? How can it get you what you want, right? So rather than focusing and relying on external influence to be interested, find something within you, right? See what excites you, what entices you, what you find interesting, and relate it to the language. Let me give you an example and I'll end this video. So let's say you like to read, or let's say you are interested in sketching, right, or cooking or any other habit or hobby that you have. Now you can use this hobby of yours, which you find interesting, which is enjoyable. You can connect it with the language. For example, there used to be a time when you were watching cooking videos on YouTube. What you could do is start watching videos in English. That's it. As simple as that. What you did, you already knew something about cooking, and you started to learn more about it, but in the language that you want to learn, English language. So this will kind of skyrocket your progress in so many ways, right? Because that boredom will not be there anymore. So that's basically how it works. And I'll see you guys next time.